The grand hall of the Thalaxian War Council fell silent as Commander Zixthor limped to the podium, his forearms bearing the scars of 100 battles. 3 purple hearts adorned his chest plate, medals that marked him as one of the greatest warriors in the Galactic Coalition's history. Behind him, holographic displays showed the smoking ruins of human cities, their skyscrapers reduced to rubble, their defenders scattered. Victory was theirs, or so they believed. "Comrades," Zixthor began, his mandibles clicking with an emotion the assembled warriors couldn't quite place. "You celebrate too soon." A murmur rippled through the crowd. General Krelax, his exoskeleton gleaming with ceremonial polish, rose from his seat. "Commander, we've destroyed their primary defense networks. Their fleet is crippled. Earth will surrender within the solar cycle." Zixthor's eyes, all 6 of them, dimmed with something that looked disturbingly like fear. "I have fought the Krenathi swarms. I have stood against the mechanical hordes of Proxima. I have seen empires fall and civilizations crumble." He paused, his voice dropping to barely above a whisper. "But I have never encountered anything like humanity." The hall erupted in confused chatter. Zixthor raised a primary arm for silence. "Let me tell you what I learned during my 3 years on the human front lines," he continued. "The humans have a saying. It's not about how hard you hit, it's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. I thought it was primitive bravado. I was wrong." He activated a neural interface and images flooded the displays around them. "This is the city of Stalingrad from their Second World War. The humans fought building by building, room by room, for months in frozen temperatures that would kill most coalition species in hours. They ate rats. They melted snow for water. And they won." Another image appeared. "This is Thermopylae. 300 human warriors held a narrow pass against an army of hundreds of thousands for 3 days. They knew they would die. They went anyway." "Ancient history," scoffed Krelax. "We've studied their primitive conflicts." "Then let me show you something recent," Zixthor said, his voice hardening. He displayed footage from the Battle of New Johannesburg just 3 weeks prior. "Watch this, human squad. Their position was overrun. No ammunition. No hope of extraction. By all tactical logic, they should have surrendered." The footage showed a group of 12 humans, surrounded by Thalaxian shock troops. Instead of dropping their weapons, they charged. With knives, with rocks, with their bare hands. "They killed 47 of our soldiers before falling," Zixthor said quietly. "And as the last one died, do you know what she did?" He zoomed in on the human female, her body broken, her face covered in blue Thalaxian blood. She smiled. She smiled and said, "Tell your commanders, we're coming for them." The hall had gone deathly quiet. "Humans don't surrender," Zixthor continued, his voice growing more urgent. "It's not in their nature. Every other species in the galaxy has a breaking point, a moment when survival instinct overrides pride. Humans don't have that switch. When you corner them, when you take everything from them, they don't curl up and die. They become more dangerous." He displayed another set of images. Human resistance cells operating in occupied territories, human scientists working in underground laboratories, human children being trained in guerrilla warfare. "We've occupied 17% of their planet," Zixthor said. "Do you know how many occupation troops we've lost? 42,000. Not to their military, to civilians, to school teachers and farmers and artists who picked up weapons and decided they would rather die than kneel. Then we exterminate them," Krelax declared, standing tall. "If they won't surrender, we eliminate the species entirely." Zixthor's laugh was bitter. "You think we haven't tried? We glassed 3 of their cities. Killed millions. Do you know what happened? Human recruitment quadrupled. They have a word for it, martyrdom. Every human we kill creates a dozen more who will fight with twice the fury." He pulled up a final image. A battered human soldier, barely alive, pinned under rubble. "I found this one in the ruins of Beijing. I asked him why he kept fighting when his cause was hopeless. Do you know what he told me?" Zixthor's voice cracked. He said, "Because my daughter is watching from heaven and I'll be damned if she sees her father give up." The commander moved to the edge of the platform, his scarred form casting long shadows. "Humans are not the strongest species. They're not the fastest or the smartest, but they have something we don't understand. They call it the human spirit. It's not logical. It's not rational. It's the reason they climbed down from trees and conquered their entire planet. It's the reason they split the atom and reached for the stars. It's the reason they will never ever stop. What are you proposing? Asked High Counselor Vexari, her tone cautious. I'm not proposing anything, Zixthor said, his eyes meeting each of theirs in turn. I'm warning you. We haven't defeated humanity. We've only made them angry, and an angry human is the most dangerous force in the universe. He deactivated the displays and turned to leave. At the doorway, he paused. Mark my words, he said without looking back. This war will not end with human surrender. It will end with us begging for mercy. And the terrifying part is that they might just be generous enough to grant it. Because that's the other thing about humans. They're capable of both infinite cruelty and infinite compassion. And you never know which one you're going to get until it's too late. The door closed behind him, leaving the War Council in stunned silence, as the weight of his words settled over them like a shroud. Far below, in the occupied territories of Earth, a young girl picked up her father's rifle and whispered a prayer. The resistance was just beginning.